Hello, Virgo, and welcome back to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is your reading for the week of July 12th through the 18th. And if you remember last week, the theme of your reading last week was about you guys being able to maintain stability and balance amidst all the unpredictable environment that you may be in, or I think the unpredictable environment is just Earth right now for everybody. So you guys have really been holding it down, holding it together, and thriving still in this energy that everybody's going through right now. So I went ahead and I pulled an archetype card for you guys, and I actually got two for you guys, and it's gonna be along the same lines as last week's reading for sure. First, we have the comic. So this is you guys. I'm sure of it. And then a second one came out, which is the storm. So you guys have been dealing with a lot of what's going on perhaps with humor and comedy. You've played a big part in helping to lift other people's spirits around you, because you're able to step back and see this chaos for what it really is, which is just a storm, a very big storm, a heavy storm, a storm that may destroy everything it touches. But what's left can be rebuilt better and in a more pure state than what existed before, basically. So some people may not get your humor right now, especially when there's a lot of people who are going through some really heavy stuff. People may think that you're aloof or that you're not being serious enough in these times, but I'm going to see if I can fix that a little bit. Nope. Okay. But the fact of the matter is that you guys actually have a very healthy perspective and understanding about what is going on right now in the world. And because of that, you're able to stay stable, stay calm, remain solid in your concept of self and your ability to continue to survive in this world. And so then you can reach out a helping hand to those around you to help pull them into a state of calm and understanding and acceptance, right? So you guys, you are the comic in the storm. And you're very necessary. You're doing very important work. I get the feeling that a lot of you guys that this reading is going to resonate with are light workers. So I'm going to be using some different cards for you guys than I did for other readings. I'm going to leave the comic right there. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you guys for your theme for this reading before we turn to the tarot. We got for Virgo. Okay. Consciousness. Yes, you guys are very awake. You have a very big outreaching consciousness about you guys. You are very aware of what's going on around you. You are very aware of what's going on within you. And that is why you are able to keep it together when perhaps a lot of people around you cannot. And that doesn't make them any less than you or you more than them. It's just that perhaps the inner work that a lot of people are being forced to do right now, you've already done. Which means that now you have the ability and potentially the responsibility to reach out and share that with other people in hopes that we can help people heal during this time when they are prone to falling apart, because the world is just so crazy right now. We've never lived through anything like this before. right? With the pandemic and the political climate and a lot of social change that is coming about because of atrocities that have been committed that are no longer going to go ignored. And so you have a lot of people who may be afraid of all the big changes that are going on, and that's going to cause them to be sucked into that chaos, and they're going to lose their perspective. They're going to lose their sight of the bigger picture because of everything that's going on, and they're so distracted. So this is you guys. This is confirmation for me that you guys are light workers. You're the comic in the storm. You are... It's about time to get to work for you guys. And that work is going to include making people laugh or helping people remember what they can be happy about and see the positivity in the world. Or at the very least, to find the humor sometimes in the negative things around them. I'll put that there. Okay. Need a couple more cards. Alright, we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Perfect. So yes, this is going to be about giving back, you guys. The gift of comedy, right? The gift of humor. This is something for you to share. And it's something that the world needs right now. And you're the perfect people to share it. Not just because you're funny, not just because you're very grounded, but because you have such a profound and enlightened perspective. Okay, so the next card I'm going to pull is from a new deck I just got. So you'll have to forgive me if it takes me a minute to really get into talking about what the card means, but they're pretty straightforward. So what do we got for Virgo, for theme for Virgo? All right, here it is. We have heart chakra. And if you'll notice, we do have a lot of green on the table. And so this may have a lot to do with healing the heart chakra or helping other people work through energy blockages in their heart chakras. Love and compassion, very important. Forgiveness, self-forgiveness. These are all themes that are going to come up in this reading or in your life, around you, in your environment over the next week or so. And so if you are encountering any people who are having trouble responding positively to your humor, then perhaps it's because they've got some real damage or conflict in the heart that needs to be healed, that needs to be sorted through. And I think that's something that you're going to be able to help with because you guys have big hearts. And you are that perfect combination of loving and compassionate, but also grounded and understanding. Okay, so we'll turn to the tarot now. We'll just get a card for you guys, Virgo, as you are right now. Can we get an energy for Virgo, please? All right. We have the Four of Pentacles. Strong foundations, stable and secure. Money is okay with you guys, maybe on a material level. You guys are, at the very least, you're stable. At the very least, you're making ends meet. You're eating. And that's always step one, right? Next card I'm going to pull will be what you're leaving behind in the past as you move into this next week. What you can let go of, perhaps. And we have Justice. And I'll be able to interpret this a little bit better when I have the clarifiers out on the table. But right now, as I'm looking at this, what I'm seeing is that perhaps you're going to take your focus off of like what's fair and trying to maintain balance among other people. And you're going to have a little more compassion for those who are having a hard time having a balanced perspective. Also, though, you will be able to maintain a balanced perspective, and you will be able to see where perhaps there is unfairness or there is an imbalance in somebody's actions or somebody's beliefs. You could also take this very literally. This could have something to do with the court system or some kind of wrong being righted in your life personally, that now you're no longer focusing on that, right? Because that is in that past position. As we get more out on the table, I'll be able to more accurately define that in relation to everything else. Yes, okay. So the next card I'll pull is going to be what is coming ahead of you in this next week. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so you may be expending a lot of energy this week on whatever it is that you're working on, even if it is like this healing that you're helping other people with. It may take a lot out of you, and so do not forget to rest and put down any unnecessary burdens that you may be giving attention to right now. So there will be a big need for you to prioritize how you spend your time and how you spend your energy. So we'll go ahead and pick out what is in the subconscious for you guys. Okay, we have Judgment, which to me is like the sister card of Justice. So Judgment can be a choice or a decision, a major decision that you're making, or a big change that you're making. Or also it could refer to you hearing a calling of some kind, right? So like perhaps this week you are realizing exactly what your purpose is and what you need to do to fulfill that purpose. Specifically, I think in terms of helping other people and what exactly you have to bring to the table to make this situation a little bit better and a little bit easier for those that you're able to reach. Okay, now we'll see what is coming in to you. Higher guidance from spirit or your higher self, something that's coming to you from like a higher consciousness. Although at this rate, it really could just be you are in full connection to higher consciousness, right? Let's see here. We have the Three of Pentacles. So there will be a need, or you are being encouraged to work with other people in achieving this goal, whatever it is, which I doubt you're going to have a problem with. You may be part of a group. If you're a light worker, then you may be part of like a community of light workers, right? And so you all need to come together and share what you know and whatever you may be getting intuitively or psychically that will be useful in aiding people who are still in a chaotic state of mind, working together to start to heal the planet, basically to start to heal the collective consciousness as this chaos continues and progresses, so that when the storm is over and it's time to rebuild, right, you're going to have a lot more people who are coming from a very balanced perspective, a lot of people who are no longer living in a fear-based mindset. And that all comes from you guys and the hard work that you have to do on a spiritual level to help people who are not quite there yet. So now I will go ahead and I'll pull cards out of my other tarot deck to clarify those cards for us, to get a good well-rounded understanding of what's on the table. first I'll clarify that Four of Pentacles, which is you guys. And I have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so standing up for yourself or standing up for what you believe in, taking a stand. Okay, and perhaps what it is that you're standing for is simply stability and balance. A conservative mindset and conservative practices. And by conservative, I simply mean moderate. Not extravagant, whether it be materially or in any other way. You guys are kind of saying like, okay, everybody slow down, calm down, come back to earth. All right, we're okay. Here's what we need to do. Here's what's happening. Okay, you're very much standing for calm and peace and understanding. So next I will clarify that Justice card in the past position. And I dropped the cards. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. Some kind of prison, something that binds you, something that holds you back, holds you down, ties you up. And it's always something internal that we are in full control of. And it is a choice to be made to release ourselves from our bindings. So this could be you, or this could be you helping other people free themselves from their bindings. We also have it paired with this Justice card. This actually could have to do with somebody who has been to jail or in prison, who is getting out now, who's being released, or potentially just the release of any guilt or self-torment that is the result of a bad decision that was made in the past. Whether that be for you or somebody close to you, somebody who's very relevant to you at this time. So next we'll clarify that Ten of Wands in the future position. Clarify the Ten of Wands in the future position, please. All right. We have the Star. And so perhaps it's time to look at a new direction. Or just to look to the stars for inspiration and for strength. Look to Spirit for strength. Maintain hope, right? Because this is going to be very exhausting work. Just because, you may be the most balanced at this point in time out of all the signs. However, it's still not going to be easy. So there's a lot of tuning into Spirit, perhaps a lot of meditation and a lot of time spent reminding yourself and bringing yourself back down to earth, which will be a lot easier for you than it is for other people. But when you're knee deep in it and it's wearing you out and it's sucking out all of your energy, right? Or you're having to give so much of yourself away, then you got to connect to the cosmos and channel more energy in to be able to continue your mission and to keep doing what you're doing. So that when this is all over, you can finally lay down that burden and move in a completely different direction altogether. This mission that you guys have now really is truly only out of necessity, and it is only during the storm. This is not forever. But during this chaos, during everything that's going on right now, you guys are very important in maintaining what little bit of sanity and serenity we can on Earth until things start to calm down and a lot more people start to work through their problems and evolve. Okay, so next we will clarify the subconscious position, which is the Judgment card. Let's clarify that subconscious position for your Virgo, please. And we have the Nine of Coins. So this is a very positive card, right? In the subconscious. So this could be like something in your subconscious that drives you to strive for of course, like to continue being financially independent. Success is still on your mind on some level. You're self-made, right? You've worked very hard for what you have, and you do not want to lose your grip on everything that you've worked hard for. And so that may be something that you kind of have to push to the back of your mind in order to focus on what is more important at this time. There could also be some kind of major decision that you're going to have to make this week in regards to what it is that you've manifested, what it is that you've built, your personal wealth, your own abundance, right? Perhaps the decision is to share that abundance. Perhaps you may find yourself in a position where perhaps you have to consider sacrificing that abundance somewhat for the sake of others. Well, no more as more comes out, but do keep those things in mind. So the next card we'll clarify is that higher guidance. Higher guidance for Virgo. Can you clarify the Three of Pentacles, please? Okay, and we had 2 cards come out, both of them 4s. 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Blades. Okay, and this is the second time you've gotten that 4 of Pentacles. So you may be focusing on saving a lot of money right now, okay? Because the future is not set in stone. We don't know what's happening next. We don't know what's happening today or tomorrow, let alone 6 months from now, right? And then also, again, back to that 4 of Swords, rest and recuperation in preparation for whatever it is that's coming next. The next wave, the next battle, the next big storm even. Okay, so there's a lot of resting up and saving of money, saving of energy. That is the guidance that's coming to you from Spirit. So that's also almost like confirmation that it's not quite over yet. We still got a little ways to go on this road through the storm, through the chaos, before we're going to come out the other side into clarity, right? And in relation to that 3 of Pentacles too, I think that this could be like collective wealth, collective energy, collective resources, or working together, combining resources in order to use them as efficiently and effectively as possible in the common mission to help other people survive and grow from everything that's happening right now. Okay, so I think next I want to pull, let's see here. Let's do an Earth Power Oracle card. This is some kind of energy that you can tap into. Earth energies are like the energies of certain places on Earth that are very representative of something from our history, right? That could be very helpful to you, or something to meditate on that could help bring a little more insight into what perhaps you specifically need to do next. For Virgo, what do we have for Virgo? Whew. Gave me too many. But I'll show them all to you anyway. I don't know how to say some of these, so forgive me. Volubilis says, I am organized and efficient. I weave my spirituality through all aspects of my life. I can be both creative and prosperous. And actually, I do feel that this ties in to this 9 of Pentacles here, right? Like, you've decided, whether it be subconsciously or on a conscious level, that you will continue to be prosperous and bring abundance into your life, even as things are so unpredictable, and still while prioritizing spirituality and the spiritual mission that you are on. And then we have Sumba Island. It says, fertility of all kinds is my birthright. I am connected to all the cycles of the land and sky. Healthy fierceness is something to be valued. Be patient. The time will come. And I don't think you're going to have a problem with this, right? Because patience has come out several times in your reading this week and last week. So this is something that you already know. And perhaps that is why you're able to be so relaxed and so sturdy within all of this, is because you know how powerful you are. And it's almost like you're harnessing the energy of this storm in order to transmute it and turn it into abundance for you and those around you and anybody else that you can reach in that way. And then we have Obsidian Walls, Yellowstone. It says, I am protected. I am able to protect. I am reliably able to rid myself of negative energy. So again, what I just said, taking in the chaos and the negative and transmuting it into positive and productive energy and actions. So you guys have a big role to play here in the healing of the world on a global level. Let's see. I think I'm going to pull a light worker card for you guys. If I can locate them. Alrighty, let's see. What light worker card do we have for Virgo? I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay. And we had 2 for you guys. First we have trust in the plan. Okay? Just a reminder, right? And that's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. That's why you're okay in this. Is because you trust in the plan. You trust that this storm is coming through to clear the garbage and make way for a better, more sustainable future. A healthier future for the planet and for everybody on it. And then we have grounding. Right? And as a Virgo, you are very grounded already. But this is what's keeping you in that peaceful, calm, and protected state of mind, state of being, protected energy, right? Because you're grounded to the earth. And the energy from the earth is protecting you from the negative, the psychological and energetic effects that this is having on a lot of people across the world. I'm going to pull one more from this deck. Okay, so we have the 6th ray of devotion. So this is about devoting yourself to God or spirit or the spiritual mission, which you've probably already done. This is just confirmation that you have a lot of important light work to do right now, and to stay strong in your faith, that spirit is protecting you and helping you and working through you during this time. You're very important. You're not replaceable. You are a pillar, right, that holds up the foundation of what has been already built. That other people can anchor themselves to in this in order to make it through intact. Alrighty, let's see. What else? I think I'll pull one more Akashic Record card, and then we're going to go ahead and do our affirmation card. What do we have for Virgo, please? Okay, creative writing. So perhaps a way that you can reach other people during this time and help bring a little bit of help soothe people could be through your own writing. If you have a blog, or you write poetry, you write a book, you're just writing little things on Facebook or social media to help make people feel better, keep their spirits up, give them little bits of perspective here and there. Some people, you can't sit them down and have an entire metaphysical and existential conversation with them, especially not during a time of chaos. It will not reach them. It will freak them out. It will drive them away. But if you can just find a way to put this information, this understanding that you have, because you are connected to that higher consciousness, if there's a way that you can channel that information into a medium, and in a wording, in a way in which it will reach people who are not quite to that level yet, people who aren't quite ready to have the full story yet, okay, then that's going to be a strength of yours that you should use to try to be helpful to help bring people around out of their fear and into more of a bit of a I don't know, it's, I guess, wonderful, like, like a child, like everything is just wondrous, right? It's an adventure. This is like a wild ride, and it's exciting to see what can come into being once all of this negative stuff is out of the way, right? So what else do we have for Virgo? Alrighty, we have life between lives. So this could be like the in-between world. This may have something to do with some agreements that you made before coming into this life, like a soul contract of some kind. So perhaps what you're going through now, what this reading is about, your purpose, this is what you agreed to do before you incarnated on this planet. And so there's an element of remembering or memory or tapping in and doing your job. This is your job. This is what you came here to do. This is the time that you came to assist humanity in, to evolve spiritually in this crazy, change forces evolution, right? Struggle forces growth. Pain forces growth. Okay? So yeah, that's what I get from that. Right now is the time where you are finally understanding and fulfilling your specific purpose on this earth. No pressure. Okay, one more for you guys, and then we'll do the affirmation card. Okay, we have here, I dropped it again, because how do you hold on to a card? How do you? Okay, so we have the karmic board. So this could be, I kind of think of, right, because we have the Buddha on here, right, like ascended masters, like meditating and tuning into the wisdom of like these ascended masters in order to guide you in your next move, in what you need to do next, and how you can best spend your energy, how you can best direct your efforts during this time. You may also spend a lot of time in prayer looking for some insight, asking for these ancient ascended souls to give you wisdom and, psychic downloads, if you will, on what exactly is going on, allowing you to continue to grow your concept of the bigger picture in order to best understand how to help the people around you. Karma may also play a big role in a situation with somebody close to you or who's relevant to you. I don't think that this is you specifically, because you appear to have worked through your karma already. But there may be somebody close to you, somebody that you're going to help this week, where the issues that they're going through are going to be directly tied to some kind of karmic energy of some kind, whether it be from this life or a last life. And that is, again, something that you may turn to meditation and a little bit of spiritual journeying in order to understand and figure out the root, the source of the issue, so that it can be corrected and released. Okay, so let's get to our affirmation card, finally. What do we have for Virgo? Affirmation for Virgo, please. Okay, we have generosity. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. Don't be that person. He's a bummer. All right, guys. Very amazing, very powerful stuff. Keep up the good work. That was your weekly reading, July 12th through the 18th. Seems like it might be a little busy for the week ahead. If this reading resonated with you and you enjoyed it, please feel free to like the video, subscribe, and leave any comments that you may have, whether it be in relation to the reading or what's going on that you've experienced around you, or if you have any suggestions for other kinds of readings that you'd like to see on my channel, or any other things that you'd like me to dive into. And other than that, I'll see you next week. Take care.